I was sent this product so that I could show you everything you need to know prior to purchasing to make sure it's the right fit for you. And there are a few things you do need to be aware of, and even a con that I wanted to go over as well. But before I go into that, I wanted to show you kind of what you're looking at and the device itself. So as far as for scale, this is the size of this device. So for my hand, it's relatively small, which is nice because it will take up less space. You have, this is the tank here, and then the lid that comes off, and then you have your little tray here as well. This closes back on, and it does feel like it's got a good lid on to like a lip here so that it sits on there really well. And then you also have this turn right here, this little guard that turns and then opens up here. This is the base. I've got it plugged into a power cord. You've got your on and off, and then your UV light switch here. And then these prongs are what connects the power down to the bottom. And then it sits on the base when it is going. And then you can see here it is running now. So this is the sound that it makes. But first, actually, what I want to do is fill this up so you can see the sound when it is full. So you've got this stainless steel tank here, which is great because it is resistant to like corrosion. There is a max fill line that you do need to be aware of. You can see that there. I'm going to just fill this up with a little bit of water. I'm going to set this here. Then I've got my tray, and then I'm going to put the lid on there, and then I'm going to turn it on. Once I get that plugged in, I unplugged it because you don't want to be, dealing with electricity and water at the same time. But then, all right, I get that plugged in. I'm going to turn it on. This is what it sounds like while it's on. It's got 3 modes. You've got, the first one is, 5 minutes, then it goes to 8 minutes, and then it goes to 10 minutes. The way you're able to do that is by pressing the power button. So you can see that the seconds increase. So that's 300 seconds, 480 seconds, and then you've got 600 seconds, which is the 10 minutes there. And then you can just turn it off that way. You can run it like this, and this is creating the ultrasonic sound waves. And then you can also turn this on, and when you click on that button, I don't want to tip it since it has the water in there. Let me show you. You have the UV light that turns on when you click that. So again, I can turn that off or turn that on right there. If you have a larger item, like say your makeup brushes or a toothbrush or something that sticks out, you can open this up, put that in there, and then that allows you to be able to do those larger items there. Something to be aware of and make sure that you're understanding is this is not sanitizing or sterilizing. This is the ultrasonic cleaning. So what that is it creates like sound bubbles, or sound, and those sounds create kind of like bubbles, and then that is what helps, and then it kind of just moves, which creates movement to lift debris. So if you're talking about toothpaste buildup or dirt or something that's on your rings or your jewelry or anything like that, that's what it's going to help lift. If you are wanting to do the sanitization and sterilization, obviously the UV light's going to help with that, but what's going to be better is if you do it in combination. So you can put a tablet, if you're doing a retainer or dentures per se, then you would want to put in a tablet along with it. And then the combination of that is going to help drastically in as far as your progress. I'm going to turn this off. As far as sterilization or sanitization and cleaning it, not just the debris, but also bacteria and things like that. This is really nice because it's that 360 deep clean, especially if you use them in tandem with a tablet or something to help clean it. So you've got the UV light, and then the multiple times that you wanted to do it. The one drawback is it's a pro and a con. So if you have something big that you want to sanitize, then obviously this is small. But then I also kind of see that as a pro because it doesn't take up a lot of real estate in your bathroom. So either way, I do love that this tank comes off. and it is easy to dispose of the water. Once it's done, you can just pull up your tray. You've got whatever items they are, and then you can dump that out. You can clean it out, and you don't even have to use the ultrasonic part of it. You can just use the UV light all on its own, and then it will go on its own without the water in it as well. So if you are looking for something to help clean your jewelry, just really any items that are just lift debris, this ultrasonic cleaner is going to be great, and a good option to be able to look at. Make sure that you understand the size and the specs of it to make sure it will fit whatever you're looking at. But if it does fit the size, then I would highly recommend checking this one out. I like the sleek design and the way it works. Overall, I'm very impressed. I think it's a good product to look at, and I think it would do good for you as well.